Yesterday we broke the main line trying to pull that big tree. Still kept it out of the field, but today we got to put the main line back together.
Let's get to the show.
This episode of Boys in the Woods is brought to you by TimberSync, connecting timber buyers with timbered acres nationwide. TimberSync.com.
We'll take this cable cutter and we'll cut the frayed end of the cable off. Once that's cut, we'll put the slides back on it and tie a knot near the end of the cable. We'll put a choker around these sprouts and he'll pull up in the skidder and get the cable tight. We want to get this knot as close to the end that we just cut off as we can so we're not losing a bunch of cable. Hanging on to it with some vice grips, and as that choker slides up, I want to keep pushing the knot back towards me. Also, not get my hand in there, because you not get your hand back. That's not a joke. Still pull it up. It'll get super tight, and that knot will hold the slides on there. Yeah, boy. Once we get the knot up to where it's supposed to be, he's got to pull it really tight so that knot really sinks in. We'll take the vice grips and that choker off there. Then we're gonna go work up that great big monster cottonwood we cut down. Kind of cut this as a favor to the landowner because we're gonna throw away everything from that board down to the butt. We're gonna get a lot of logs out of it, but it's gonna be a lot of work.
So we got those all chunked up. He's gonna load them up. I've got a few cottonwoods and some maples to cut here while he's fooling with that. I got a bad back today, so I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of running around. Wish me the best. Look at that. That's that big one. They threw it away. It had that tree stand in it, so there's no way there wasn't steps and stuff up it. And it's over 1,000 board feet right there we get to let lay. But he'll be on me if I don't get to work. So he allegedly made me a path in here. We'll go cut these. I got a bad back. Doctors say I need a backiotomy. That one wants to go down there, but I just cut one over there and he's got to drag it up out of the river before I can top it. So I don't want that mess there. I'm gonna aim it over here in this hole. Probably put you right here. Like I said, it wants to go this way. We're gonna put it right there. Side off first. Yeah, boy. You're only throwing dust. You're only throwing dust. Sharpen that thing. Shut up. He's shoving what's left out of the big ones back over the levee. Help those guys out. Those last few trees I cut over the levee, right there, we got those bucked up. And that's what the big ones made, minus everything we had to throw away, which would have filled the truck up easily with what we had that we cleared away. That we drug out 6 or 8 logs that was just exploded from impact, and then that great big butt log, and then everything where the deer stand was, that would have made 2 decent sized logs. Yeah, it would have filled it up pretty easy. So he gets that cleaned up, gets those shoved up, we'll get it loaded up, and I imagine we'll probably take that load to town and then fish through all that and get another load down there from yesterday. And then there's probably, I don't know, a tier or a 10-wheeler load down there by the tree saw thingy from last week when we cut that ditch. It's kind of slow going where we had to push everything back, but we ain't got nothing to clean up. And it's worth something.
Got all that done, and that was the last of the levee. Now we're moving on to the patch of timber. Gonna try to make us a hole in here. Chicken's been working around some in his tree saw, getting all the little stuff out of the way. Got some big trees to cut back in here.
Need to kind of open this up right here.
Yeah.
So we can put another brush pile.
Even though this is a clear cut, we want to keep all the mess kind of bunched up in a brush pile. Be easier for them to get rid of. Plus, it'll make the rest of the job a lot easier if we're not working in a constant mess.
That oak right there, dropped it where all those little trees was I cut. Now we're gonna work on this maple. So if you guys remember, I hit this thing this morning. You can get where it'll focus. Shined her up pretty good on that side, eh? Same chain. Went from cutting cottonwood, cutting oaks, and hardwoods. Same chain, same filing, same guy. I am definitely the best that's ever ran my chainsaw. That's all there is to it. So you end up hauling that load of cottonwood. There's still a few logs there. All the logs along the levee still there. We got this good start on a load of hardwood. He's got to haul some hardwood to a mill, I'm guessing this weekend. But we got a good start. But man, did you guys see that bur oak? What a nice log that thing is. Woo! Man. Man, that's a nice log. In the middle of the river bottoms. In a sandy pit. It's crazy. Crazy what's all in there, you know. All kinds of species. Yeah.
As always, thanks for watching.
At least he doesn't sneak up on me. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Cousin Matt from Boys in the Woods. We're back down here in the river bottoms where we finished up yesterday in this hole. Well, today he's gonna start off by running the tree saw down there. He's gonna make me another hole to put trees. And then eventually we're gonna move to the edge and push all these back in. Just part of it. The better your job can look as far as like what is already established as farm ground, not having a mess in it, the more the landowners will think of you. So we're gonna get in here, and there is all kinds of different species in here. Everything from cottonwood and sycamore to maple and oaks. We've cut a few box elders yesterday. Cut a great big bur oak, real nice one. Some pin oaks and tons of hickory. And yeah, I better get to it.
Boys in the Woods is brought to you by
StickerWindows.com. Call 715-560-3929. StickerWindows.com.
Having that machine around sure cleans it up good. Makes it easy to walk around. But not being used to a follow behind me is something I gotta get used to. Works really good for pushing trees I cut too. Sometimes by tickling the hinge, you can get them to do what you want them to do. Swing a little bit. But take this hickory for instance. Sometimes they act like they're gonna do what you want to do. You take a little too much. They take a sharp left.
Yeah, boy.
Now we're gonna make a new skid road. And this big cottonwood's right where he wants to skid, obviously. So I'm gonna cut it as low to the ground as I can. Get him to shove it back here in our hole. I'm gonna leave the roof flares on it because I would have to cut them off the stump because he's gonna have to skid through here. So I'm gonna use them to help swing the tree as we push it, and then I'll cut them off when it hits the ground.
See, I did it like that because he's got a skid right through here. I need to cut it off one way or another.
Skidder windows could look just like this with the help from my friends at skidderwindows.com.
See guys, I'm not a fan of clear cutting either. Like, you know, nobody will ever cut trees anywhere you clear cut as far as hardwoods go. But also, somebody's gonna cut it. It's gonna get done. So I would rather be doing it than somebody else doing it, I guess. I mean, it's not gonna make it any better if I don't do it. So we do our best at everything we do. We try to do a real bang up job. Well, we've got a hole opened up. We haven't even got started. Wait till you see the drone shots.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
GoPro, stop recording. Morning, guys. We're getting a little bit of drizzle. It's not too bad. It's not fun, but it looks like it's gonna clear off. So we got everything that I cut the other day. Chicken come out here yesterday with his tree saw and cut a bunch. Luckily, Tybo's here to help us today. You can check out Tybo's work at Eagle Ridge Design. He makes some pretty cool stuff out of it on the lathe and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get into him more. But we gotta get these logs cut up. Well, so much for it getting cleared up. Nasty. Chicken's off hauling a load of logs out to the road in case we do get some rain tomorrow. But we got the roll of chicken will be played by Tybo this afternoon. Golly. Why me? Last time we seen you, we had made that hole over there. We got all the cool drone shots from it. Well, over the weekend, Chicken been out here with his tree saw and getting the smaller stuff. So as soon as Tybo gets all these out of the way that are cut, limbed, and topped, I'm gonna start going around the edge of this clearing and working my way in there. Anything that'll fall this way. He doesn't want me and Tybo pushing any trees unless we have to.
Boys in the Woods is brought to you by
TimberSync, connecting timber buyers with timber acres nationwide. TimberSync.com.
So I'm going around the edge. He's left a bunch of the bigger stuff around the edge of the clearing. I'm going to cut that and let it fall towards the brush pile. Chicken said he didn't want us pushing trees, so I guess I gotta drive some wedges. I'm gonna weaken my hinge up a little bit, see if that helps. Not too much. Don't want it coming over backwards. I'll drive these in some more. You can hear that skidder running in the background. We could have had this down minutes ago.
Yeah, boy.
Y'all.
Not only do I gotta use them, but I gotta carry them around and worry about them.
Yeah, I've had about enough of driving the wedges. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. It's a great big one. Now I've got the sprouts cut out of his way. If he'll just follow my hand signals, be no problem. He's been around it enough. He knows what to do. It's kind of nice though having somebody green. They'll do exactly what you want them to do, not what they think needs done. Push, push, push. Stop. Pull up. Yeah, boy. Now we made it to the end of the opening, and I'm gonna start working my way back. I'm cutting everything that'll fall that away. Keep the mess all going towards the brush pile, not where we gotta work. And it's always the little ones. I tell you what, I'd rather cut a big tree any day. Watch this thing, I get the wedge drove in there, weaken the hinge up a little bit, drive the wedge in, I get it almost falling over and it stands back up. Tybo some hand signals of what we're keeping and what's trash. That one's good. Those are trash. This one's good. There's a couple good ones over there.
That one's good. These ain't nothing. This one's good, and there's two over there, I think. I think that one there is big enough.
The one right in front of the machine here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But all this other just
Two back yonder?
yeah, and this one. Two over there. Maybe. Yeah, two over there, and this one, and that one.
Chicken's done pre-hauling logs. He's marked up some. Tybo's bucking up. I was bucking up, then I gotta go cut these two trees real quick.
Yeah, boy.
That's all I got for you today. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.